Welcome to Versus. I believe this is episode 15. Yeah. Things get disorienting when you're dealing with Louisa Warren. And we're not done with her yet. I think we're going to keep going because I'm part of my brain is having fun. Well, I know you're having no fun. Oh my! We're gonna get canceled. We're gonna get canceled. Anyway, if you tuned in last week, we covered Dr. Carver, or Conjuring the Plastic Surgeon. Then they made a sequel, Conjuring the Plastic Surgeon 2, or in America, this is Demonic Plastic Surgeon.
MD.
Hello? Welcome to East 15 Care Home. Now, either you ate too many Christmas puddings, or that's a kid.
Yeah, it's a kid. It shouldn't stop me from working.
It should be fine, Connie. I'm really glad you've joined us.
Why would you give all those hags free surgery?
Because I'm a kind, generous person. I'm Lucy Marie. I am going to be managing this place from now on. Cosmetic plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery? What is this?
Now let's begin.
I thought this was supposed to be a free surgery, not a cult gathering.
Sit back and relax. What have you done to them?
I just gave them back their years.
I'm absolutely speechless.
How's your first day going?
Interesting to say the least.
What's going on here?
What's with all the restraints? Why am I literally strapped to a chair for some bloody lip filler? Come on! That stings!
You're going to look like a whole new person.
Your turn.
I don't even know where to start. It's like this. I don't think this episode deserves any sort of structure. We should just machine gun.
So
everything that's fucking wrong with this movie.
Okay, so the thing is, my notes were structured in the way from like start to finish. Honestly, I think we should have like bonus episode of exactly all my thoughts, like in like Kaiser Wing, like nonsense from start to finish.
If we could bring Kaiser on and have him read it, I would do it.
Yeah. I would absolutely love that because I want to hear Kaiser say some of these things like duck lips. So let's just start from the beginning and just hammer it all home because I need to go drink.
Dr. Carver ends. Tanya and her boyfriend escape. Whatever, they escape the plastic surgery retreat, and Alexa, Danielle Scott's character, is alive and brooding and looking in the mirror. Right now, not only do we know what Tanya looks like, anyone who's watched this movie knows what Tanya looks like, and in this movie there are flashbacks where they're showing Tanya, and it's Chelsea Greenwood playing Tanya. However, in this movie, it is a totally different actress who is blonde. It is Amy Marie Higgum is now playing Tanya. And they try to explain it away by saying she got addicted to plastic surgery or something. But like plastic surgery doesn't do that. It just
plastic surgery does not make you look like a completely different person. And that this leads into plot hole number 1, which is after the ordeal that she just went through, why would she all of a sudden become addicted to plastic surgery?
Yeah, if anything was gonna stop you from wanting plastic surgery, having a demon take a ball peen hammer to your face you should just get the reconstruction to look back the way you were and be done with it forever. However, she is now a different hair color, a different face, a different height, a different everything from the first movie.
So right from the get-go, we have an intro where we see a woman. We saw this a little bit in the trailer where she's tied to a chair just to get lip filler.
Hello? When's it happening then?
So first of all, like she's tied to a chair, but she is she's not scared. She's annoyed, which is not the right emotion.
It's an inconvenience for her.
What's with all the restraints? Why am I literally strapped to a chair for some bloody lip filler?
Even to the point when like she's like in pain. It's not like, hey, something's wrong here. It's like, hey, that's not supposed to hurt. Like, oh, no shit.
Oh shit, that stings! More than usual.
Like the fact that you're tied to a chair, the fact that the surgeon, I will say a small positive. They went from just like weird bad makeup on Belphegor to a mask. The mask looks like Dumb Donald from Fat Albert, but it is a mask at least.
What is it you wish to change about your appearance?
But our first victim sees the doctor with this hideous mask and is not reviled. She's not petrified. She's nothing. She's just looking at this doctor like, huh, I
Want some lip filler? I like them looking like big, juicy cushions.
And then she goes on to request, and I quote, duck lips.
Come on, give me duck lips.
Requesting duck lips is really dumb because anyone who understands what bad plastic surgery looks like, bad plastic surgery leads to duck lips. So why would you want bad plastic surgery?
Because it's an ITN distributed film, and it's just what happens in these films. Champ Dog Productions. So that's our cold open. Unfortunately, we don't get any of the Rowan and Martin's laughing bullshit we got in the first movie. It actually goes right into the movie where we see Tanya, or new Tanya, and for some reason she's broken up with her boyfriend, and she's down on her luck, and she's going to work at it's like a nursing home, but they kind of make it sound like it's a hospice. Like I don't know what it is. It's that type
because they are two different things. But they
make it very clear that no one there has a lot of time left. So it feels
exactly
like a hospice, but they don't use the word hospice. But whatever, that's the least of my problems with this institution.
Now you must be Tanya. Sorry if we startled you.
No worries. Yes, Tanya. I'm here for the care worker interview.
Welcome to East 15 Care Home.
Yeah, and first, like we're greeted to two characters, two new characters right off the bat. Connie, which I don't want to sound insensitive, is like after like what I wrote on my board earlier, but either
Connie is Peter Griffin in drag.
Now either you ate too many Christmas puddings, or that's a kid.
Yeah.
Either Connie is played by a played by a trans actor, or it's just a dude in a dress who somehow makes Mimi from Drew Carey look fuckable.
Sell yourself to me.
Like this is
the line delivery from the actress, I believe, playing Connie, Alessia Pontero. The line delivery. I'd love to be taught how to act by her, because the line delivery is just.
Go on, hit me with your life story.
So good. Every line is like, holy shit, where have you been all my life?
Yeah, like Connie is just delivering everything with just like zero personality, zero flair, nothing.
Cut out the bullshit.
And Connie is just saying the dumbest fucking shit humanly possible too.
You were either a model or you weren't.
So one of the things I have in my notes, Connie delivers dialogue as if they found out they were only being they were the only one in the cast being paid in beer and experience.
I used to be a model back in my day. Couldn't stop the bookings.
Yes. And we'll sample some of the great work in throughout here. What other character are we introduced to?
We are introduced to, and I shit you not, Susie Spanks.
We've never formally met. I'm Susie Spanks.
But Susie Spanks is the assistant manager of this facility, where Connie is the manager. And so we have various interactions. Neither of these people know how to act their way out of a paper bag. And it just gets horrible for more and more.
It's a painful job interview where Tanya is basically going to get this job because they're hiring anybody that shows up. They take her around the facility. There's fart jokes.
Oh, I think I've... Oh.
And Donna, her agent from the first movie that abandons her and her boyfriend in the house to die, is now there pinching pensions from people.
What did she mean? Everyone you've cared for's died. Killing people now, are you?
No. I just befriend them when they get to the end of their lives. That's all.
I always knew agents were con artists.
And getting people to sign their stuff, like she's become a total piece of shit in this movie.
Oh, yeah. So not only is the job interview just, hey, take verbal abuse from us, and if you haven't walked out the door, you get the job. But honestly, Donna's not the only returning character. Because randomly, Pepper, the woman who wanted, as she put it, great tits instead of the pancakes that she had, somehow is back.
Hiya. Pepper?
Look at these pancakes.
Sorry, do I know you?
It's Tanya.
The woman who we saw in the first film get her tits pop like balloons, which they do show archival footage of in the from the first film here.
She survived.
And she's here. She's fine. She's alive.
Not a scratch on her. It looks exactly the same. Unlike Tanya, who we also didn't mention, Tanya's very pregnant.
Very pregnant.
No, she's not even like a little pregnant. She's a lot pregnant.
Which we saw in the trailer, to be fair, so we didn't really need to mention it again. But she is very, very pregnant, and we're not entirely sure who the daddy is. She, they ask, "Who is the daddy?" Oh, and she just trails off. Like that's great. But what does Pepper do to the pregnant woman? She says, "Hey, we need a glass of wine."
Oh my God, we need a glass of wine.
By the way, who was that Uncle Spawn? Oh, he's gone. Come on, let's go shopping.
It's like,
while they're on the job.
While they're on the job to a pregnant woman.
Put me and the baby. We're going to be okay.
And they drink that wine.
They do drink that wine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we're not necessarily burying the lead because we forgot Alexa is still alive as well. And somehow, and they actually do tie up this plot point. Somehow Alexa shows up at this nursing home and takes it over. Like she does the most hostile of takeovers for this nursing home.
So for a bright shining moment, Connie is the smartest person out of the two films because Connie starts talking to Alexa and asks the one smartest question. Well, actually, technically, there's two smart questions. One, why the fuck are you here? And why the fuck are you offering free plastic surgery to people who are about to die?
I've come here today to offer everyone within these walls a free of charge cosmetic plastic surgery.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
And so I started rooting for Connie right at that moment. It's like, wow, finally someone who's asking the tough questions. And by tough questions, I mean the intelligent questions.
Any questions?
Why would you give all those hags free surgery?
Until Alexa says, come on, there's got to be something that you want. Oh, I want a chemical peel.
And that lets them do what the laziest shit, and they absolutely recycle. They recycle like basically like frame by frame the opening kill from the first movie. It's like,
oh yeah,
it's like it's the same special effects on the fake smoky poor expansion mask, whatever. Puts it on the face, and it's the same when it comes off. It's like we saw this already.
You wanted a chemical peel. You got it.
This is also the part where the film somehow starts falling apart even earlier than your typical ITN distribution film. Because this is the part where you find out that everything that we saw from the first film, where the person getting the plastic surgery is the one who has to call forth Belphegor. All of a sudden, Belphegor just shows up. Connie doesn't have to drink, red goo.
She does drink it.
She does? Okay.
But yeah, you're right. They've retconned everything. Like there isn't the seance, there isn't the whole like let's get in a circle and call for it.
At least not yet in the film. We do get a seance.
Yeah. So then Connie's done. Alexa takes over. Now, Pepper and Tanya see Alexa, know it's Alexa. Alexa looks the same, is dressed the same, is acting the same. But then she's like, oh no, I'm not Alexa. I am
Louisa May.
Louisa May.
So, you must be my colleagues.
Don't think we're stupid.
Sorry?
Alexa.
Sorry, no, I'm Lucy Marie.
How you fuck?
I don't appreciate the language, ladies.
And it's like, sure, you could tell that lie, but they know you're lying. But they let her just like continue to peddle her bullshit. They don't resist.
New uniforms? This place could do with a makeover. Put those on. If you'll excuse me, ladies. I get it. You think I look like someone you know. I gave my surgeon a photo of Marilyn Monroe and told him to make the work as exact to her face as he could.
So by this time, like we get to hear a little bit of before this, we get to hear a little bit of Pepper's story, and she says that, oh, well, the reason why you didn't realize I had survived was because I went to hiding, and I was living under an alias. What was her alias?
Salt. Her alias was Salt.
I changed my name and everything. I lived under the alias Salt.
That's a great name. I've outside of the MCU, I've never met any Peppers, and I've definitely never met a woman named Salt. So
I actually dated a Pepper in high school, so I do know one.
Okay, one Pepper.
But yeah, it's fucking terrible. And like Alexa,
there's also an orderly named Timmy.
Who knows when she'll be back?
Stephen Staley. And Stephen, I'm talking directly to you. Why do you let you're in shape, like you have real muscles, you're a big dude, right? Why do you let them cast you in these movies and you never fight back? Like you look like you have the ability to fight back because you're jacked. Why do you never ever fight back, sir?
Right.
Get at me in the comments. Why do you have characters that never fight back, but you look like that?
So now that Alexa has taken over the facility, which of course somehow breaks every corporate chain of command I've ever dealt with.
And I'm sure this is England, so there's got to be national health implications. But whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But Alexa starts talking to all the patients and says that she is willing to give free plastic surgery to all of them. And one of the things stood out to me. One of the services stood out to me. They were asking for. She was saying, "Hey, we can give you new teeth."
We know Louisa Warren loves teeth,
but plastic surgery doesn't replace teeth. That's a dentist.
Well, they do porcelain veneers. They do porcelain veneers, which
but doesn't a licensed dentist still have to be there?
Sure, I don't know the laws in England, but yeah, so we'll just pretend this is an England.
I mean, it's England. All of them have fucked up teeth to begin with.
Yeah. So I think anybody can do that. In England, you could just anybody can be a licensed oral surgeon. But whatever. Sure. Why would Louisa Warren pass up an opportunity to do really, really, really weird tooth special effects? Because it happens later.
But so we actually do. Here's shortly after this, we do get the séance where all of the old ladies drink the red goo, but the chant has changed now. The chant has changed to them vocalizing what they want.
They're just giving random words, right? Because one of them says limp, one of them says young, one of them says old.
There's one woman who just keeps on repeating the phrase teeth over and over again, but so it's like there's no consistency as how many people say it, what words are being said. Like it just sounds like a big word salad of amalgam of shit.
Limp, beauty, beauty,
and it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I agree. Let's talk about the characters. So we got Beryl and Cheryl, who are like best friends. Beryl, MVP of the movie, I gotta say. Beryl's the MVP, and we'll get to why later. And then
who by the way have shared. By the way, their shared husband died, and that's why they're living together.
Yeah. Then there's Dot, Kate Sanderson. Love to see Kate Sanderson in every movie. Like very limited range, Kate Sanderson. We love you. And Winnie, who farts. And Donna is trying to take her pension away from
her. Yeah. She's trying to sign over her entire will over to her.
And we've all seen these characters before. Oh, by the way, Winnie is the character from the crossover link from Tooth Fairy 3 to 4, the girl that plays Diane. That is her.
There we go.
That's why we've seen her before. But
I knew she looked familiar.
Let's jump right to the main event, because another returning character in this movie is the photographer, the same photographer that was part of Tanya's, basically rapes Tanya in the first movie. Comes back and he's taking pictures of the old ladies now because they're going to be so cute.
Of Beryl and Cheryl.
And they take them up to the room and he's like, well, okay, your headshots are going to be $400. And these ladies, who are no spring chickens, they're not even winter chickens. They offer, perhaps there's some other way we can pay you.
Yeah, so it's a simple thing, really. 3 airbrush shots will cost you $400. You got a choice of payment plan, so you just got to pick whatever one you want. I mean, you could even have a poster of yourself up on the wall, huh? Why not?
How about we find some other way to pay you?
And would you believe this gentleman accepts a geriatric blowjob? Would you believe it? Because he does.
At no point. Look, I'm not saying that there are that all octogenarians are unattractive. I'm sure that Susan Sarandon, when she gets closer to that age, is still going to look kind of hot. But Susan Sarandon, neither of these women are. Somehow, we saw what he can manipulate himself into getting in the first film.
Yeah.
And somehow he's just sitting there. You literally hear the pants unzip. I'm like, oh God,
this guy's a sex addict.
We're not going to watch this. And it's like, nope. We're just, head bobbing. It's like, this is the most graphic thing out of any of these films.
Oh. Interrupting something, am I?
It's like, okay. And it just goes on for far too long. We cut away and then cut back to it, which I hate.
Alexa walks to the room, interrupting, coitus interruptus, and is, come on, ladies, it's time for your procedure. And that is another just very weird scene.
This is not a professional procedure. This should not be happening, Doctor. You should have put Cheryl under.
I mean, all of these scenes are weird. Like, we completely forgot of the fact that, like, when Alexa takes over, she demands all the female staff to wear sexy nurse outfits. But these are not just sexy nurse outfits. These can't even become. These don't even come from Spirit Halloween. These come from whatever, like, bargain basement shit. Because all of them literally just say "sexy nurse" on them.
Yeah, I think one of them says naughty nurse, and one says sex nurse, and they're just they're wearing naughty nurse outfits for no real reason. Whatever.
Yeah.
So Beryl and Cheryl get their facelifts, which are extremely graphic, and they're getting cut. They're getting cut the fuck up, and they're yelling and screaming, and they're tied up, and you think they're gonna die, but then they suddenly become young women.
Cheryl? Beryl?
Can you believe it?
What?
Cheryl, we need to get some new photos. Now.
Yeah.
And they go right back to the photographer, and they're having a hot three-way. And then they melt.
And it's like, and it's not the fact that they melt, John. It's the fact that she's like dripping skin. Like, both of them are just dripping skin onto him, and it takes like 5 considerably large slabs of skin hitting his face before he realizes that something is wrong. It's like, dude, I'm sorry, this isn't good.
But the funny thing is, like, the special effects, what are they? Are. But they just melt and then just turn back into Beryl and Cheryl. It's so weird. Like there's it's like a body horror thing. It's like, and then we're the original characters.
Which, that's not how anything works, but hey.
Then we
whatever.
Have like, want to do teeth. So we get a tooth fairy callback where they just knock all the fucking teeth right out of her head.
Yeah.
Probably the best effects in the movie, I guess, because Louisa Warren's done that before. And I think more teeth hit the table than a human has in their head. But I digress.
I don't know. This is like all, I don't know. Like, that's like somewhere around this is like we also like get Alexa's backstory a little bit too, where she talks. She finally opens up about the plastic surgeon, how both her and her sister went to this plastic surgeon, and Alexa said, "Oh, I wanted to look like Marilyn Monroe." It's like, well, look in the mirror, sweetheart. If you wanted to look like Marilyn Monroe, your doctor screwed up bad.
Here's what I don't get, and this is like a huge plot hole. Not that it matters. I mean, there's plot holes in all these movies. Like, her sister went first, and the doctor fucked up and put cement in her face.
Right.
And then she dies, and then they killed the doctor, which leads me to believe, how did Alexa get fixed? Because she was also horribly scarred in the accident.
Right.
But we never cover like how she became to look like Daniel Scott. We never covered that. Whatever. There's one more old lady, Dot, she wants like a hot body or a fit body or what the hell she wants. So they just recycle the liposuction torture from the first movie, full on with the shooting custard into a syringe full of custard, shooting into a bowl. Same bullshit. They recycle it straight up. Oh, did I mention they can't escape because there's a force field around the building?
Yeah.
Well, so basically, Alexa and Belphegor are just fucking up the old ladies left and right. And, meanwhile, like Tanya and Pepper and Tim are in, and I guess at this point also Susie, are in the building. And it's not a huge building, it's a house. And like no one's ever stopping anybody, no one's ever walking in on anything. It's like really crazy until they finally have performed surgery on all the old ladies, and then Tim and Pepper and Tanya walk in, and it's just Alexa and the three of them, and then there's a cut, and then everyone's gotten the shit beat out of them, and they're all tied up. It's like I'd love to at least know how that happened.
Who's next?
Oh no.
Right. And I believe this is when we get the big twist ending. The big reveal, the big twist. Turns out Susie Spanks is the third sister of Alexa. The second sister of Alexa.
And the reason why we can't tell is because she's also had plastic surgery. We know that both Danielle Scott, Alexa, and her sister are like these blonde women, but the third sister has had elective plastic surgery to apparently look like Chrissy Wanna, who is clearly Asian.
I ain't letting shit go. Susie, I thought you was normal. How are you even related? You look nothing alike.
Plastic surgery.
Okay. Outside of South Park episodes, I don't know if that surgery is available to somebody to do that.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that myself. Like outside of like South Park and movie 43, I don't think you can actually make someone just become Asian.
Yeah, I also want to point out that before the reveal of Susie being the third sister, Susie is one of the people in the house who has been offered plastic surgery, and she with a straight face says to the other characters, "I'm going to get my breasts done."
My surgery. I've always wanted a tit job.
No, your tits are perfect. You don't need anything doing.
Yeah, sure, until you ride in some guy and see little pancakes there.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with who Chrissy Wanna is. Her breasts are done. They are absolutely done. They are double D done. They would not need to be done because they are done. They have been done. They're exceptional. Miss Wanna, they're exceptional. I saw in that one movie, that Amityville Scarecrow movie, they're fantastic. You as a character would not need to get your breasts done. So that's weird choice to say. But I, for the third time in this conversation, digress. But then there's also like a scene. Okay, of course, and just like in every fucking ITN movie, like the bad guy ties the good guys up, but they just like wiggle their wrist around, and then everybody's free, and then Pepper runs upstairs to a hall table. It's her first day on the job. She knows exactly where like a military grade tactical handgun is.
We need to protect ourselves, Tom.
And this is not like a regular ass bullshit, like jagged edge ITN handgun that's plastic where the barrel is pulled over. This gun has like a sight on it. It's got like a 16 bullet clip in it. It's like, why is that in a fucking hallway drawer in a nursing home?
Yeah.
And how does she know that that's there?
Apparently, that was in the orientation that we didn't see. I guess I don't know.
The safety orientation,
but
and also that's not supposed to happen in England either. I thought, but yeah. But again, for the fourth time, I digress. Will.
Yeah. So, everyone, so everyone wiggles out of their shit, and all of a sudden now, we're getting like we're just getting like a random shootout.
Yeah, Tanya shoots Donna because Donna deserves it.
Oh, you're a crazy bitch! Well, how was I going to make money off deadbeat models like you? Get over it!
I don't fucking think so.
What? Oh.
That's fair.
Susie shoots. The gun's going back and forth. Susie shoots Pepper, but Pepper's invincible, by the way, because like she gets shot at point blank range, and there's not even blood on her.
Oh, there you are. See you later.
And then after Susie shoots her, you don't see her re-engage the safety, but the safety gets re-engaged by magic. And then she thinks the gun's out of bullets. And then I think Pepper gets the gun back, and she shoots Susie.
See you later. I have no idea how I keep getting away with this. You had the safety on you, twat.
And that's
which all she needed to do at that point, because there's like Susie is on top of a table, like capping people, and Pepper's underneath. Somehow, she doesn't think of even trying to flip the table.
Yeah,
but I digress.
While they're running, Tim gets shot, but he's cool. I guess it's not fatal. He just gets shot.
And we're forgetting like one great kill. The sister that they're trying to resurrect.
Oh, yes.
The sister they're trying to resurrect in the first film finally gets resurrected. And Pepper walks into the room after after Alexa and the sister, the resurrected sister, have a big old embrace. And Pepper goes, "Not on my watch." Bam.
Now you're back.
Not for long.
Just shoots her.
Which doesn't, I mean, it's obviously a gun with plenty of bullets in it. Don't understand why she didn't also shoot Alexa, but I fucking digress.
Because that would have been the smart thing to do, John. That's why.
Then they're all running around and bullshit, and then there's a huge knife fight. Like Alexa has the knife, and then Pepper has the knife, and Alexa has that, and then they stab Alexa. And Tanya goes into labor. And they have the baby with no assistance. But Alexa survives the stabbing, and she's like, well, I resurrected. And of course, they put the mirror on the demon. Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow Belphegor falls for the same trick the second time.
Yes, there's always a mirror around. And then Alexa just randomly says, oh, yeah, I wished for the resurrect demon again, and the demon is your baby. And then the movie fucking ends.
We tricked you both.
What do you mean?
The surgeon already had her baby. The sacrifice and the promise was for the demon to take the baby's body to be reborn again.
Yeah. They're about to burn down the facility like they kind of did in the first film. Pepper has the thing, and then Alexa walks out, gives the big reveal. Oh yeah, the doctor has now possessed Tanya's baby. Pepper's just standing there, looking at the matches. Doesn't even strike the match. Doesn't strike the match and throw it down. Just look at the match. Roll credits.
Horrible.
So if you made it this far, it's time for me to help you get some either brain cells back or kill your brain cells faster by trying to help delve into, help you just get through the shit easier by giving you a drink recipe. And this week's recipe comes over from liquor.com. Because we're bringing people back from the dead, also known as the fine art of necromancy, this drink is called the Necromancer. Apparently, this is considered a pretty popular drink. From what I was just gathering, apparently this is not uncommon. But reading the recipe, this will get you fucked up pretty quick just on itself. So, 3/4 of an ounce of absinthe, 3/4 of an ounce of elderflower liqueur, which tasty shit, by the way. 3/4 ounce of it's either Lillet or Lillet Blanc. I'm guessing Lillet Blanc because it's French. Whatever the fuck Lillet Blanc is. 1 dash, mind you, of London dry gin. This is your drink. Put as many dashes in there as you want. I don't give a fuck. 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, freshly squeezed. Don't buy the store-bought shit. And garnish with a lemon twist.
And when should we be drinking this drink? Well, I'll let you go ahead. You have so many notes. When do we drink this drink?
So anytime someone gets their throat slit and somehow still managed to scream.
That does happen. That does happen in this movie, yes. I would say anytime a character just doesn't fight back, or either doesn't fight back or gets captured with no fight at all. Because also the cameraman gets just like escorted up the stairs and we never see him again.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime someone clearly sees danger in front of them and casually saunters off.
Anytime Donna asks someone for a signature.
I mean, that right there will probably get you about halfway to where you need to be. Anytime it dawns on you that Donna's been around there for a long time and no one has reported to her to the authorities.
Also true. And I think that's plenty to get you messed up. Anyway, so we've been through, this is actually our 7th Louisa Warren movie in a row. And Will, would you believe that there are more Louisa Warren movies that we have not seen?
Are we really doing this shit, John?
I think we might as well, because we haven't discussed until now. So they're actually made 2 Leprechaun movies. And we are going to jump into what Louisa Warren thinks about leprechauns. I'm curious. And according to what I'm seeing here on her filmography, let's see which one's the first one. I don't want to watch them out of order. The Leprechaun's Game comes first. So next week, we'll be talking about The Leprechaun's Game, another Louisa Warren special here on Versus. I'm JWMaher. That's Will Cohen. If you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group, Why We Love Horror, WWL Horror on TikTok. And remember, every Monday you're watching, this is Versus. Wednesday is special editions of Why We Love Horror, Why We Love Horror Trivia. Thursday is Why We Love Horror, our new releases show, and a horror headlines, our live show later. And then Friday is Why We Love Horror Trivia. We appreciate you stopping by. Have a great rest of your day.